Disclaimer alert! Disclaimer alert! Please pause the video and read the disclaimer. So today let's talk about gifts you get from Phehlo. Phehlo. Absolutely precious gifts that you get from a Phehloini. And number one for me is the opportunity to dig deep, right? Because it is emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, physically just demanding. If you don't have what it takes, that's why most people buy a Phehloini. They go in there because it's a last resort. They are so desperate. They have suffered, they've been beaten by life so hard. They feel there's no other place, other way for them to go. So bangeni Phehloini. And then when you get there, physically you wake up kaboma 4, you learn so much. You start to question your beliefs. You start to experience things that you didn't even know existed. On top of that, you also have to deal with so many other different personalities. And unfortunately, abantwana benkosi, some of you have gobelas who are actually mentally ill yourself. So you go there, maybe healthy, and then end up coming out worse off. But if you go a place that really is a good place for you, not because you dreamed of it, but because you have been led and inspired to it. Not all sangomas are communicated with through dreams. Abanye now gobela does this, and then what oh my god, where she thwaso, oh my god, nobody, she didn't see it in a dream, nobody told her about it. I get it. So that's different. Sangomas works different, guys. We need to start getting that in our brains. We are born. So the opportunity to really get dig deep. Who are you? What do you stand for? And what do you believe? That's number one. Now I got out clear, and my journey is still long. I'm still continuing, I'm still learning, I'm still exposed, I'm still tested, I am still experiencing a lot of stuff. But even when I was in there, it was so hard that when I got out, I convinced myself I learned nothing. I was better. It took me meeting another person who I thought was going to help me is to realize, actually I was at the right place and I had the right teacher. And I went back to those teachings. Number two is you learn self-control. Self-control in a sense, there's no sex for as long as you are in there. Self-control because some people buy a puza. Even mine, only the day we did our work, she said, yeah, Shem, let my kids drink, but I don't drink. Now you learn self-control because of that. Self-control because you wake up early in the morning before gobela. You don't go to bed before gobela goes to bed. You wake. Sometimes you look at them and you're like, hey, when I get up, what's the code? But you reel it in. You learn to control who you are and what you do and what you stand for. Food. And what happens with my gobela is that there's general this and this and this and this, right? And then some of us, for instance, I had my own special diet, Rosie want this and that, and there was one specific thing I had to eat without salt. I was like, I will, right? But I trusted the process and I had to do it. So from your diet, from what you do, no hugs, no more hugs. You don't hug people anymore. You don't touch each other. You don't touch anybody. So that's a benefit. You learn to control yourself. There is an African saying that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy without cannot destroy you. So you learn to be able to reel it in and control you. Number 3 is that you get deep friendships. I mean, I have like Sangodiana, and I have people who are from my Mbande, who are just my people. My heart just loves them, and I can see by the way they treat me that their hearts love me. But also in the journey, you do meet other people who are like you, and you create that family love kind of thing. And in the family, every family is crazy. You do have other people in the family you like, but malihlangene, you just treat each other well. And then you get to learn about reality and imagination. You hear abanye abantu, hey, I keep saying this because I was shocked ukuthi but somebody harass somebody because beyasedlozini. It's like, oh, abathu. As I said, the gobela guy will tell you, hey, there's a difference. 50% you, 50% them. There's no acting crazy in here. Acting crazy. Abanye gobela, they teach their kids guti nabo when they misbehave or they behave bad, they tell abantwana babo guti bengisedlozini. So their kids do the same thing. But that also teaches you to see reality and imagination. That's number 2. Number 4. Number 5 is you get rebirth. A rebirth was interesting because for me, Mpandeni, to our rebirth is we actually even have to cut our hair off. I couldn't believe it when I was bald when they cut my hair, right? But literally you become a new person because you've learned so much, right? So those are the benefits that you will learn, you will get. And again, I just want to say, Uti, the length of how long you stay Yako differs, right? I've had to go and leave and then go back again and finish. And my gobela just told me that I might have to come back again to do a couple of things. Some people base Phehlo, but they don't spend as much time there because they work long hours. And some people, they stay there for a long time. And some people stay there for a short time. It really differs. I used to be critical of people who stay at Phehlo for less than 3 months. And I've realized people's journeys are defined. And this happened because I met somebody from Ghana who is also a Sangoma, who had a friend from Nigeria who's a Sangoma. And in Ghana, they stay 5 days at Phehlo. And he's brilliant at what he does, right? And some people in Nigeria who thwaso, they can stay less than the amount of time. So sometimes it's also, it goes back to reality and imagination. What is real, what is imagined? Because the journeys about to, they're not the same. Me accepting where there are things that I don't know. There are things that I think needs to be done this way, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they can also be done this way. There are people who grow up and get educated and finish university by 21. There are some people who finish it at 50, some at 65. No other, the one who did it in a shorter time, but some at 17. It doesn't mean they're wrong. It just means their path is different. Yeah, but so those are the benefits. What are some of the benefits that you've experienced from being a Phehlo? And yeah, enjoy the song again. See you in the next video. Deuces. Like, subscribe, comment, and share, please.